Hello and welcome to Cargo Shots from the Stat Trade Times, powered by Group Concorde. Here's our pick of the best news shots that made the headlines this week.
Let's take a look at the top stories this week. Ethiopian Airlines Group has signed a long-term dry lease agreement with Titan Aircraft Investments, the joint venture between Titan Aviation Holdings and Bain Capital Credit, for 3 Boeing 767-300ER converted freighters. Ethiopian Airlines is expected to take delivery of the first aircraft later this month, with the second delivery planned for later this year and the third aircraft planned for 2023. The addition of these 3 aircraft brings Titan Aircraft Investments' freighter fleet to 10 aircraft, 5 of which are Boeing 767 converted freighters. Ethiopian currently operates 9 B777 freighters and 4 B737-800 freighters. Teleport, the logistics venture of Capital A, has announced the expansion of its fleet with the addition of 3 Airbus A321 freighters, or A321F for short. This increases Teleport's cargo-only fleet to 4 freighters in total, in addition to over 200 exclusive Air Asia passenger aircraft belly. The addition of the A321Fs into Teleport's fleet provides the unique loadability and body composition, where it allows for the containerized loading in both the main deck and lower deck. The 3 A321Fs will be operated by Air Asia and will be delivered in stages starting in Q1 of 2023. M&G Airlines, a major player in the air cargo industry in Turkey, will add to its fleet a second A330-300 P2F aircraft from EFW. The P2F conversion took 7 months from February to September 2022. Registered under the numbers TCMCN and TCMCM, the former is already scheduled to begin commercial operations in mid-September. Turkey's first converted A330-300 P2F left the EFW facility in November 2021 and joined the M&G Airlines fleet as TCMCM. Since then, it has completed nearly 3,000 flight hours and carried over 12,000 tons of cargo in the last 9 months to maintain a sustainable network between China, Turkey and Europe. BBN Cargo Airlines Holdings, a global aviation company operating the Icelandic cargo airline Bluebird Nordic, is expanding its network and has opened a new AOC alongside its Icelandic airlines. The newly established cargo airline BBN Airlines Indonesia has set up its operations in Jakarta, Indonesia on August 31st this year. As scheduled, BBN Airlines Indonesia will manage cargo operations in the Soekarno-Hatta International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the southern hemisphere. Currently, BBN Airlines Indonesia is in the process of getting the airline business license, which is planned to be ready this year and predicted to achieve the aircraft operator certificate in the second quarter of 2023. Amsterdam Airport Schiphol's total cargo volume for the first 6 months of 2022 declined nearly 14% to 721,746 tons compared to the first half of 2021. Inbound cargo volumes declined 17% to 364,376 tons, and outbound cargo volumes were down nearly 10% to 357,369 tons. The top 3 destinations for cargo by tonnage were Shanghai, Dubai and Chicago. Freight volumes were shipped in 2 categories of flights: full freighters, which accounted for 65% total volumes, and passenger flights at 35% of total volumes. According to data released by the Airports Authority of India, airports in India handled 275,030 tons of cargo in July, an increase of over 6% compared to July 2021. International cargo movement was down marginally at 159,520 tons, and domestic cargo increased by nearly 19% to 115,510 tons. For the first 4 months of the current financial year, total cargo movement was up nearly 9% at 1.1 million tons. Domestic cargo movement zoomed over 28% to 446,730 tons, compared to 348,090 tons during April to July 2021. The 70 domestic airports logged the maximum gains in the April to July period at 11,663 tons. American Airlines Cargo recently announced the appointment of Greg Schwendinger to the role of president. The announcement follows the departure of Jessica Tyler in May, who moved to another leadership role within the airline. Schwendinger is to take on his new role starting October 3rd this year. Schwendinger comes from a strong airline and business background. With over 15 years of experience at American, he has held various roles leading teams across the airline. Most recently, Schwendinger led the finance team at Accent Care, a healthcare services provider during a period of transformation and growth. And that's a wrap for this week's episode. This is your host Manjula Nair signing off and wishing you a great weekend ahead.
For the latest news on air freight, visit our website. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Give our YouTube channel a visit and subscribe to access our past webinars and virtual conferences and access exclusive one-on-one interviews with global logistics leaders. Thank you for tuning in to Cargo Shots by the Start Times, powered by Group Concorde. See you next week with a fresh roundup of cargo news makers.